The old people in the village had one warning: never enter the forest after sunset. They said the trees could speak. Most people laughed at the story, until one hunter went inside and heard the forest whisper his name. What he discovered that night changed his life forever, and some people believe the forest is still alive today. Long ago, near a thick forest in West Africa, there lived a hunter named Kato. Kato was known across the village for two things. He was brave, and he feared absolutely nothing. While other hunters stayed close to the edge of the forest, Kato went deeper than anyone else. He hunted wild animals, climbed dangerous hills, and walked through dark paths alone at night. The elders often warned him, "One day your pride will carry you into trouble." But Kato only laughed. To him, the stories about the forest were just tales made to scare children. Stories about spirits, talking trees, voices in the dark. Kato believed none of it, until the dry season came, and everything changed. That year, animals began disappearing from the forest. No birds, no antelope, no monkeys. Even the insects became quiet. Hunters returned empty-handed every day. Soon, hunger spread through the village. Then something worse happened. 3 hunters entered the forest one morning and never returned. The village became terrified. Some people said evil spirits had awakened. Others said the forest itself was angry. After sunset, strange sounds began echoing from the trees. Whispers, footsteps, soft crying. Nobody dared go near the forest anymore. But Kato was different. Instead of fear, he became curious. One evening, Kato grabbed his spear, bow, and a small lantern. His mother tried to stop him. "Please don't go. Something is wrong in that forest." But Kato smiled confidently. "I'll return before sunrise." And with that, he walked into the darkness. At first, the forest felt normal. Leaves moved softly in the wind. Owls called from distant trees. But as Kato walked deeper, everything became silent. Too silent. No birds, no insects, nothing. Even the wind stopped blowing. Then suddenly, he heard it. A voice, soft, low, almost like a whisper. "Kato." He froze. Slowly, he turned around. Nobody was there. His heart began beating faster. Then the voice came again, closer this time. "Kato, leave this place." Kato lifted his lantern. The trees around him looked strange. Their branches twisted like human arms. Their trunks looked almost like faces. Then one of the trees moved. Kato stumbled backward in fear. The tree's bark slowly opened like a mouth, and it spoke. "Why have you entered our forest?" Kato could barely breathe. This was impossible. Trees could not talk. Yet the voice was real, deep, ancient, alive. Kato tried to run, but the path behind him had disappeared. The forest had changed. The trees surrounded him from every direction. Then dozens of whispers filled the air. "Leave. Turn back. Danger. The darkness is awake." For the first time in his life, Kato felt true fear. The largest tree spoke again. Long ago, humans in the forest lived in peace, but greed poisoned the hearts of men. The tree explained that hunters from nearby kingdoms had entered the forest years earlier. They killed animals for sport, burned ancient trees, destroyed sacred land. The forest spirits became angry, and slowly, the forest began dying. Now a dark spirit had awakened deep inside the woods. It fed on fear, anger, and greed. The missing hunters had wandered too close to it. Kato listened silently. For the first time, he realized something terrible. The elders had been telling the truth all along. The stories were warnings, not myths. Then suddenly, a loud scream echoed through the forest. Kato tightened his grip on his spear. The trees trembled, and the ancient voice whispered, It has found you. The ground shook violently. A thick black shadow moved between the trees. Its eyes glowed like fire in the darkness. Kato had hunted lions, buffaloes, even crocodiles. But he had never seen anything like this. Fear filled his chest. The spirit moved closer. The air became cold. The lantern in Kato's hand went out. Darkness swallowed the forest. Then the trees shouted together, "Do not fight with anger." Kato remembered the words of the elders. Respect the forest, respect nature, respect life. Slowly, Kato dropped his spear. He lowered his head and spoke honestly. I came with pride. I thought humans owned this forest. I was wrong. For a moment, everything became still. Then the shadow stopped moving. The glowing eyes faded, and the spirit slowly disappeared into the darkness. The forest had accepted his apology. Morning sunlight finally broke through the trees. Birds began singing again. The wind returned. Life slowly awakened inside the forest. Kato found the missing hunters nearby, weak, frightened, but alive. Together they returned to the village. The people could hardly believe their eyes. From that day forward, Kato changed completely. He no longer hunted carelessly. He taught children to respect nature. And every year, the villagers left gifts near the forest as a sign of peace. But even today, the elders still warn people. Never enter the forest after sunset, because sometimes the trees still whisper.